guys, before we start this video, I'd like to mention that every week, me and Kira are giving out 50 Robux to 3 lucky people for free. That's right, it's completely free. So what do you have to do to win the Robux? All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, click that little notification bell, go to Kira's channel, subscribe, and click her little notification bell, and then join my Roblox group. And that is all you need to do to win the Robux. Best of luck to all of you! Hey guys, welcome back to another trading video, and today we actually have a decent amount of trades to go through. We have about, I don't know, 20, 25. I didn't really count, but it looks like we have a lot of trades, and the last trade I think I've shown you guys was, where is it? Oh, I lost it. Okay, right here. Was that when I got my YUM face, and so we are on this one, which I completed it October 23rd, which is, it's far away, and I know I didn't release a trading video in some time now. It's definitely been more than a week, and I do apologize, but I didn't have a lot of trades done, so I didn't think it was really necessary to make another trading video since it would be just a bunch of small trades that no one really gave a crap about. But I did complete some trades, and I have an announcement that I will tell you guys about after this video is done, so stay tuned till the end of this video so you can hear the announcement. Okay, so let's take a look at these trades. But before we do that, first I should tell you guys how it works. I know some of you guys are still new and you don't know about my trading videos or how I do them, and this may be your first time even seeing my channel. So if you haven't seen any of my trading videos before, this calculator right here will be determined to tell you now the value of each item in the trade. Say, I don't know, 8 plus 8 for, okay, 8 plus 8 is 16 for a 14 item. Then we'll be able to tell that I lost or won 2k. And let's say I won 2k. If I won 2k on that trade, I'd put it up here and just say I won 2k on another trade, and that number right there will show how much I have won in total in this video. So these numbers you don't really need to pay attention to up here till the end, and this is just the value of each item. And so let's again look at these trades and see what exactly we got. Okay, so this face, I actually really like this face. If you took part in my GFX contest, you would see that my character wore this face for a very long time. And so its value is, what was it at? It was at 100 when I traded it. So for 100, I got 95 plus 6 plus 6, which gave me a nice 7,000 win, which is very reasonable for that face, considering I got it in a big win. So that's a 7k value win we got right there. Even though if you do check dot rocks, that face is now under 105,000, but at the time it was worth it, and it was around a week or so until they updated it, so I did make profit with those items while I had them. Okay, now this trade, if you can see my character, I'm wearing this face right now, which I actually do kind of like. I never really liked it, but it does look pretty cool. So I gave 3 plus 4, which is 7. Oh, I don't know why I didn't. Oh, what did I do? Oh. Okay, I don't even know how to work my own computer. Okay. 3 plus 4, which is 7 for 9. So I won 2,000 and I upgraded. But as you can tell, I did add Robux, but in my trading videos, I don't add the Robux in as value. I just sort of leave them alone. I sort of cancel that out. So it was 7 for 9. So that was a nice 2,000 win, and it was all in demand, which is great. Okay, now this one, at the time, this face was around 800, and this was around the same price as it is now, so it was like a 400 win, sort of, but we're not going to really add anything because they're both pretty small items, and it's not really worth the effort of adding a small decimal on there, so we're not going to add them, but as you can tell, I did win a couple hundred. Okay, now this one. I completed this trade actually a day after I did the trade for the glowing eyes. And I know for those of you traders out there, it'd be like, oh my god, why did you do that? Because JJ, it dropped because of Halloween, and it got sold for so low that its value went from 90,000 to 75,000, which is very sad. So at the time, when I did this trade, that was 85 and that was 16. So I gave 95 for 16 plus 85, which it gave me a 6,000 win at the time. But now if you were to add up those numbers, it's 75 plus 16, which means I lost 4,000. But then again, this is 2 weeks ago, or almost 3 weeks ago, that I did complete this trade, so I'm not going to consider what the items are worth now because I have profited since then. but at the time of this trade, I did get a solid 6,000 win. Alright, now this trade, if you saw my GFX contest, I wore these a lot as well. And they were doing very, very bad during Halloween. I mean, they got to like almost 20,000 wrap, but now they have recovered very well. And so they might be worth 40k, but at the time I traded them, they were worth 35. So I gave 35 plus 6 plus 4 plus 20, which is 65 for 65. So I upgraded, 1 in demand, and yes, I did add Robux, but I'm not gonna count the Robux again. So it was an equal upgrade, and if it's an equal upgrade, we don't really have anything to add. Okay, now this one. This is my second Yum face I got, and right now I still do have 2 of them, just because RBX Rocks has Yum labeled as 125, so it did lower, but I mean, it's Yum. It's definitely gonna raise back up, especially by Christmas. It's a nice face and it has great demand, so it was 100% worth it to get it for 125 while it's still so low. So these both are 65, so we don't really need to do any math to figure out it's 130 for both of them. So I gave 130 for 125 plus 4, which was a 1k loss that I did take, but I did upgrade, which made it all worth it. So since I did lose 1k, I do have to minus this number down to 5, but I still think it was 100% worth it. Okay, now this one, well, neon green hair at the time, I think it was 6k. I'm not sure if it was 6 or 6.5, but since we aren't sure, let's just consider it as 6.5, because I don't know, I think it might be 6.5 now. I'm really not too sure. I keep hearing different things. So let's say it's 6.5, so it would be 6.5 plus, what is this, 7? 6.5 plus 0.7 gives 7.2, and then bucket is 7. So I mean, I OP'd 200, but 200 OP is nothing. So it was, again, worth it since bucket can get 1 to 2k OPs not very easily, but it's not too difficult. So again, worth it to OP that much. Alright, now this one, even though this item is very small, it's one of those items that just looks really cute or awesome or whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's an I Heart Mom sign and it's only worth 900, but I think it looks really, really good, and it is one of my favorite smaller items on Roblox just because it could go with pretty much any outfit, and I just really like it. But I did have to trade it away, and I didn't plan on trading it away, but it sort of just happened. So I gave, what did I give? I gave 6 plus 7 plus, let's just say that's 1. So I gave 14 for 14, and I also like this hat because, you know, it's one of the few hats on Roblox that actually makes noises. It makes slurping and burping noises. So if you've been to Trade Hangout and you've heard those noises, they came from that hat. And yeah, they came from that hat. I was thinking of the Witch's Brew for a second, but no, it came from that hat, which can get very, very annoying. But anyways, that was an equal upgrade, so we don't have to add anything up there. And what's this? Okay, this is the same thing, not sure why it duplicated. Okay, now this trade, at the time, this one was, it was around the same actually, but Blue's wrap was at 1,100, so I thought Blue was still gonna do well and keep raising, but it did drop a little bit, so apparently right now I did lose like 300, but that doesn't really bother me because Blue Winks, the Winks are the good faces and they're doing very well. Okay, now this one, for those of you traders, you probably know the values of these two very well. This is worth 4,000 and this is worth 6,000 according to .rocks. So I did win 2k on a 1v1, which is very good considering 2k is half of what this hair is worth alone. And it's all in demand as well. Okay, now this trade is actually from a fan, and me and him were messaging back and forth, and then he sent me this and he told me to accept it, and I told him, are you sure, and he said yes. So I did accept it, but then he did want it back, and I'm not gonna be that type of mean person to not give back a donation. That's pretty messed up. So I did give it back, and so he has his hat back, and he's a really cool dude. So he's very nice, he's awesome. Okay, now this trade. This is again a win on a 1v1. I gave 6 for 8. It's another 2,000 win that I got, and we didn't even have to do math to figure out that one. That one was pretty easy. Okay, now this one. This trade I was so glad to do. I struggled to get rid of this bomb. I mean, it was so difficult to get rid of it. People were like, no, it has bad demand. I just couldn't get rid of it. But I actually did manage to, and I gave 1 plus 3 plus 1, which was 5 for 6, so I upgraded and I won 1,000 in the meantime. Alright, now this trade. This here is worth 30, and each of these faces is worth 16. So for 30, I got 16 plus 16, plus those two together are pretty much 500, so I got 32.5 out of 30, which is not a very high OP, but it is a good OP considering these faces have good demand. So it was a 2.5p on my end, and I really did need 2 smaller items. Okay, now this trade, when some of you see this, you might scream, oh my god, demand, because yes, I lost demand on this item. This item, it does not get many offers. I had it a couple times now. It's not the best item. I mean, I pretty much struggle to get rid of it whenever I do have it, but I gave 2 plus 6 plus 0.5, which is 8.5, for 9 plus 1, which is a 1.5 win, and I did technically upgrade into that, which made it 100% worth it. And as you guys can see here, look at Sinister Branches. The wrap is at 1,300. It's so bad. I mean, they were doing really good for a while. They're staying at 1,800 to 1,900, and at that point they were even at 2,000 wrap. But now they're dropped back to 1,300. I was hoping for them to finally raise Sinister Branches to 2,000.5, but now I don't think they will because they're going to say it's too unstable. But it was doing very good for a very long time, and it's just so sad. But I do still have hope that they will get up to 2,500, so we just have to wait, and I'm pretty sure by Christmas they will get to 2,500, because you know Christmas, everything raises. People are buying Robux and buying items on Christmas. I mean, I think most limiteds get bought on that one day than any day of the year. So I know many Sinister Branches will be bought, and I really do hope they do raise, because that's all I want right now. So for this trade, what did we win on here? We won 1.5? Okay. Okay, now this trade. If some of you guys have seen my character recently, I have been wearing the sparkle cone for like the last 3 or 4 days. I mean, I really like this hat, and I've never even owned this hat. I've only owned the normal cone. This is the first time I've ever even owned this hat, and I really like it. I mean, it may be possibly another dream hat, even though it's not very big like many dream hats. I do like it, and I did actually have it on sale for 35,000, I think it was. Or no, I had it on sale for 38,999. And then someone put it a little bit below mine and sold it for 37,000 yesterday. And I'm like, are you serious? Because, I mean, if they sold it for 37,000, what's 70% of that? 70% of 37,000 is almost 26,000 Robux. I mean, you get more than this hat is worth in Robux alone. So, I mean, that's a great deal. And for 26,000, you could buy Beast Mode, which is worth 30,000. So I did make a little mistake on that by not making mine sell for less, but you know what? Who cares? I mean, I still have this hat, and right here you can see my outfit. I mean, I really do like the outfit I have on. I've been wearing it for a while now, and it fits together, and it's my new outfit for the time being. So anyways, back to the trade. God, I got so off topic. Back to the trade. I gave 4 plus 16, which is 20, for 20 plus 2.5. So it's like I gave those 2 items for this one, and I got this for free. But since this did sell, it's not worth 20,000 anymore. I think it may get ranked up 21 or 22,000, which that's what I'm hoping for, because before when I was ranked 20,000, its wrap was only 17,000, but it did sell, so I am hoping it will get up a little bit higher. But when I did that trade, I won 2.5 thousand on it, so that's what I'm gonna put up there. Okay, now this trade. This hat is worth 6,000, and for that I got 5 plus 2, which is 7,000, and I had a Sinister Branch in it, which makes me want to accept even more, because I am still trying to get more of Sinister Branches, even though it dropped. I mean, I think it was before it was doing so bad, but still, it was a 1,000 OP on a downgrade, which isn't terrible for that item. Okay, now when you look at this trade, people are like, oh my god, because you see the 2 differences from my side and his side of wrap. I mean, I'm giving like 9,000 and he's giving 18,000. That's a 9,000 wrap boost, and that's double of what I'm giving. But the only difference is I'm giving 14,000 value and he's giving 18,000 value. But his items, they're worth the wrap because they have no demand. I mean, even though this Bloxy Cola hat, its demand isn't insanely high, it does definitely have demand. Meanwhile, these items, their value is their wrap and their demand is terrible. I mean, no one wants me. And Sapphire Eye has a tiny bit of demand, and so does Mr. Fancy Top Hat. Actually has a little bit of demand, but Tasteless Top Hat and Grandmaster Knight, I've never even heard of Grandmaster Knight. I don't know where the heck that came from. I mean, their demand is terrible, but it was definitely worth the 4,000 value win and also the 9,000 wrap win as well. Okay, now this one, I was actually pretty surprised to get this one. I gave the 2.5 item I got from the cone trade, and I was able to get a 5,000 item, even though Pumpkin Hedgehog's demand isn't that good, especially since Halloween had just passed. I mean, during Halloween, people want that item because, you know, it's pumpkins and Halloween is coming, but Halloween had just passed, so no one really wanted it, but, I mean, it was still worth this hat 100% because I basically just got double of what that hat is worth, and again, we're not including the Robux. So for that, I got a 2.5 win, which was pretty amazing, actually. And as you guys saw in the last trade, I gave 2.5 for this hat, and I traded it off for 5k, which was 4 plus, at the time, this was had 900 wrap, so I'm just gonna say it's worth 1k. So I gave it, yeah, 5 for 5. I did do an equal downgrade, which I don't normally do, but I did want demand, and I had this trade, so I'm like, okay, you know what, I'll do it. And so I did. So I didn't win or lose anything. They're both equal, so there's nothing to really add. Okay, now this trade, I told you guys how the item is worth their wrap. Well, since the item is worth their wrap, many people would accept, not many people, my bad, some people will accept a trade if they're getting higher wrap, so this did make it a bit easier to trade off just because its wrap was so high. And since it's, at the time it had like 6.8 thousand wrap, I think. It did actually manage to sell, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who sold it. And so it was worth 7,000, and I got 6 plus 1.5. So I got 7,500 out of it, so I did get a 0.5 win, which was actually sort of shocking since I did get demand. Other than this one doesn't really have much demand, but then again, it's not bad demand. I mean, people are like alright with it. But it was still a 500 win, and I did manage to get rid of that hat, so I was happy with the trade. Okay, now this one, I was surprised to get this hat. I haven't owned Rainbow Hat Bot in so long. I think it's been maybe a year. I mean, this used to be my favorite hat. I was always wear it with the neon green hair, and I really loved it. And I was really happy to finally get it back again. And so I gave 4.6k for 4.4k, and according to Dot Rocks, Rainbow Hat Bot doesn't have a value, but I myself value it at 5,000 because I know for a fact that hat does have demand, and it looks nice. It's a nice looking hat, and so I'm sure I'm going to be able to get 5k out of it for sure. So I did win. Okay, well, since we do mainly go by Dot Rocks values, I'm not going to say I won anything, so I guess we're just going to equal it out and not add anything. But I am extremely happy that I did get that. Okay, now this trade. This is a trade to my very good friend, Fruitly, and she has been talking about trading, and she's never really had a chance to try it. And when she had to sell her items because there was a sale going on and stuff, and she wanted to get certain items. So I gave her 2k items that she could start trading with, and I'm gonna help her and be like her trading teacher, so she could start building her way up and stuff. And I have high hopes in her that she can do that, and I know she can. And I do really trust her with this item. Like, I know she's not gonna get scammed out of it or anything. And I do hope she's able to profit from that. So that's what this trade is. And yes, I did lose 2,000, so I'm gonna have to take 2,000 away from what I got in total. But I do have high hopes that she's gonna be able to profit from it, and I really hope she does. Okay, now this trade, again, this item is worth its wrap, which is 4,000. So I gave 4,000, I got 4,000. And this item's wrap was 1,000 higher than this one, which gave me an even better shot at them accepting, which they did. So it was an equal trade technically, but I did lose 1,000 wrap. But then again, in trading, wrap really doesn't matter at all. It's the value that matters, and I got demand, so that is a great trade. Okay, now we are on to our last trade, and this item is worth 4,500, and this item is worth 6,000, so I won 1,500 in one trade on a 1v1, which is actually pretty shocking, I suppose, because I don't normally do a lot of 1v1 trades, and I was surprised I was actually able to get as many as I did in this video. I think I got 3, maybe 4 1v1 trades that I won on. I did add the 150 Robux, but then again, we don't count that. So at the top, we're gonna add another 1.5, and how much in total? We got 37,000 value. We got that raise, which that's pretty good for, oh god, it was actually 3 weeks. So for 3 weeks, that's not very good. That's not very bad, since we normally would be able to get that in around a week. But I haven't been, then like I said, I haven't been trading very much. But now on to the Dot Rocks profile. Okay, not me. Okay, that's me. And as you can see, we don't really have that much more from last video in value, and that is because of JJ. JJ decided to take a poop and just drop completely. I mean, JJ has been really depressing lately, and I think that's the only item I have that dropped. I don't think any of my other items dropped, but JJ is just doing very, very bad right now, but it is doing better. It really is. Last week, its wrap was 44,000, and the other day, its wrap went up to 55,000, I think. 55,000, yeah. But now it did lower again. I think it got LPP'd, I'm not sure. But that's why our value hasn't really gone up too much. Let me look at my history. When's the last video we did? I think it's, I don't know, October 20 something. So I think it was at maybe 1,050, somewhere around there. So it's not a 30,000 value boost, but you know what? It's okay. I think JJ is rising again. I'm pretty sure it's selling above wrap. Let me see. It is. It's selling for 52,000, so hopefully that sells. And when it does, oh, it did get lowered. It's got sold for 1 Robux. Wow, okay. That really does not help it at all, but you know what? Whatever. So it will raise eventually, and for Christmas, I have really high hopes that it will be at least 85,000, but then again, we never know, so we'll have to wait and see. And some of you guys might be wondering why I had Captain J Rex's profile thingy open in Dot Rocks, and that is because me and him are friends, and we decided to do a little trading competition. I've never really done a trading competition other than with my friend True Colors when we raced to see who would get to 100,000 wrap first. And Captain came up with this idea, and he's like, first one to 1.6 million wins. And he didn't say what happens to the loser, and I'm not sure if anything will happen to the loser, but as you can tell, his value is 1,300,000, meanwhile his mine is at around 1 million. So he is giving me a bit of a handicap. He said 400,000, so I'm not sure if he has some items on an alt or something that will raise his value. So I think my handicap will be 300 or 400,000, and if it's 400,000, then that means I only need to get up to 1,200,000 value, and he has to get up to 1,600,000. So I have no clue who's gonna win, but I do honestly think that he may win because he's been trading a lot recently, meanwhile I have not. I mean, he's gained a crap ton recently, and I have not really been too much on Trade Hangout, but you know what? We will give it a very, very good shot, and hopefully we can beat him, but it really depends on many factors, because I know he gets very, very lucky, but a perk I do have is that I don't think he's trading his purple sparkle time, and so the only items he really has to trade are items other than that, so that takes a big chunk out of his value that isn't for trade. Meanwhile, I'm pretty much trading everything other than my top 5, so I have all these items that I could trade, and when you trade smalls, you can make a lot of profit from it, and maybe if I even get a good enough offer on JJ, I may trade that as well, but then again, we never really know with trading. I mean, it's all on luck. So that was the big announcement for this video, and also I have another announcement. I may be doing a trading live stream soon. I have to talk to Kira about possibly using her computer for it, because as you guys know, my computer, it's poop. I mean, my computer isn't really that good, so if you go to my videos and you see a lot of ads on it, that may be why I put so many ads on it. It's because I'm trying to save it for a new computer, which I am not terribly far from getting. I think I am around halfway amount of money that I need, but we are getting there. And once I get a better computer, I will be able to put out so much more content for you guys, so much better content for you guys, and actually be able to live stream and do all this good stuff that I know many of you guys have been wanting to see. But I guess then I got really, really, really off topic. But so I completely forgot what I said. Okay. I wasn't sure what was going on about. Oh yeah, live streaming. Yeah, I may be able to live stream pretty soon with Kira's computer. I know many of you guys have been recommending it and really wanting it. So I probably will get a chance to do that, and we could probably go to Trade Hangout and see what exactly type of trade we could get. And every completed trade, I'll probably give out some Robux or something. I don't know. I mean, it's just a thought for right now. We'll have to see when the time comes. But then again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys have no idea what it means to me, and I can't believe we're almost at 4,000 subscribers. I mean, that's insane. We're growing so fast, and I'm so happy, and I love you all so much. I mean, it's so amazing to see you guys in game and stuff. And I know I've been babbling on for like 5 minutes now, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.